Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are reacting to Sinful Passion by Dimash, and I'm actually both really excited about this one and both very scared of making this video. I'm super excited because this singer is really talented, he's really amazing, and he's basically a virtuoso. Like, he does those really hard things and he really nails them super well. So I'm really excited to hear what he has to show us today with Sinful Passion, because that's one you guys have requested a lot in my previous reaction from him. If you're also interested in watching my reaction from SOS Intérieur Détresse, I will leave a card up there and you can go watch all of my reactions. It will be in that playlist. Now, the reason why I'm sort of scared of making this video also is because Dimash fans are really passionate about him, and that's actually a really positive thing. But what happened in my last video is I pointed out that his pronunciation was not like fluent in French, which is just fact. I just got tons of hate comments just because I said that. It kind of makes it scary to react to an artist when that happens in the comments section, but you know what? That's okay. People are just sometimes really passionate, and what can I do about it? For those of you who are new over here, hey, hello, welcome. My name is Elvann. I am a recording artist as well as a vocal coach. I've been teaching singing for over 10 years at this point. I also have covers on this channel where I play the harp and I sing in an operatic style. And if that's the kind of thing you're interested in, I will leave a card up there so you can go and check out my cover playlist. All right, without further ado, let's just get started and listen to this track.
Ты явилась нежданно, как из лунного сна.
He's using very breathy tone in here, actually. Da 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 da. Oh, it's very hollow. It's very interesting, actually. It's actually interesting within the context that I've already heard him sing and I know what he's capable of. And this is like obviously really purposeful of him to go for that sort of tone, because I know he can sing in a lot of different ways and different tone qualities, and that I really like when it's that kind of thing is really purposeful. Oh, that's what I said. Yeah. Yeah. So like how in the beginning his tone is kind of hollow, and then on this last phrase it's a lot more full, and that contrast is actually really cool. See how that was full compared to the beginning? Sorry, I'm interrupting. That's what reacting is all about, isn't it? But like this phrase that he just sang was like really clear and really clean compared to the beginning.
Были ночи без сна, но в стуже сердце озарило, как весна. Только ты одна.
With a lot of air. He's really playing there. Yeah.
Долгим огнем пылать во мгле и в ненастье.
Oh, did you hear the end of this phrase? Da da da. And like you could literally feel his rib cage go inwards. And I think like normally this is not good technique. You're not supposed to close your rib cage and have that sort of like release of air at the end of your phrase. But in this case, knowing what he's capable of, I'm pretty confident that this is actually a purposeful effect, that he's like specifically wanting that sort of like release in the sound. So you could hear, like, let's just listen to it one more time. Da da da. This. Wow.
Ночью и днем сгорать в костре грешной страсти. Ночь замкнула ресницы.
Very breathy tone again.
И вокруг тишина.
I think this kind of beginning, like he's kind of going for that very breathy tone at some parts so far, and then going into some very, very like clean, very full voice. But like the way that he's kind of playing with it seems like he's building up to the song, and I find it really interesting because he's using his tone to kind of bring us somewhere, but really, really slowly. It's not that he just sang the beginning phrase with that breathy tone and then all of a sudden it was all full. He's kind of bringing us back and forth and kind of playing with that. I kind of find it really interesting expressivity-wise. I find that sort of thing to be actually really masterful, if that makes any sense.
Забыты звуки, руки, лица. Мне нужна только ты одна.
Also, have you noticed how close from the microphone he's actually singing? I don't think in a context like this one where there's so little instruments, it's actually necessary. Like because you hear like all the s and the sh, and that's not because of him as a singer, it's because of how he's mic'd. It's like really, really close, and we could definitely use a little bit of distance so that we hear a little bit more of the voice instead of hearing like those mouth sounds, but that's just like a technical thing if that's the kind of thing you're interested in. Wow. Now he's going a lot more full voice than the beginning, and I can tell, and I might be wrong. You guys in the comment will tell me whether I'm right or wrong in this case, but I would be willing to bet that this is his native language that he's singing in. I might be wrong, but the reason for that is I can really hear that his diction is really, really clean. I might, as I said, I might be completely wrong. I'm just throwing it there. I'm throwing kind of what I'm listening or what I'm hearing, and I might be wrong. I don't understand what he's saying. I don't even really know what language he's singing in, but it does sound to me very solid in terms of like what vowel he's singing. Like I can very distinctively hear every single syllable that he's singing and every consonant, and I can like distinguish them in this. I would be really interested in knowing what you guys think and what you know, especially if you speak this language, letting me know in the comments like what you think of his pronunciation. I'm really, really interested in that. But like from what I hear, I do feel like he's very precise with his words, and yeah, let me know.
Долгим огнем пылать в огне и ненастье. Дай мне ночью и днем сгорать в костре грешной страсти.
Ooh, countertenor here. Oh, and he's solid. This part to me does sound just as good and open and full as a professional opera singer would sound like. That's just my first listen of it. I could like listen 10 times and try to like really grasp on like how it sounds like. But from my first listen, this is completely seamless. I don't know what kind of training he has, but what I hear there is really, really good. There's little amount of singers that can really nail the like the I want to say the two genres or the two styles really well, but like so far he's having a really, really clean, really well balanced control sound in like the beginning of this piece before he gets into that countertenor sort of register, which sounds very operatic. But like the fact that he's able to do both of those things really, really well is absolutely amazing to me. Usually what happens is that singers can do like multiple styles, and a lot of singers can actually do pop and classical and be really good at it. But you kind of always can hear where they're coming from. And they always have like one or the other that they sound more comfortable in. But in this case, like I really cannot tell what training he had first. Like, what is the core of his singing? If I would have to take a bet on which of the two vocal styles he did study first, I think that I would pick classical singing. And the reason for that is I believe that classical singing training does create singers that are a little bit more versatile because they are really used to explore all of their vocal range. Pop music tends to be a little bit more limited when it comes to range. They do explore a lot more vocal effects and tones, but I do believe that classical singing has that edge where the voice, you really learn to use your voice in a way that's going to be consistent throughout all of your range. And then I find it a lot more easy to just go and like borrow some elements from pop. What I just said is completely opinion based and it's completely biased from my own background, which is classical singing. But I think that voices that have some kind of classical training tend to sound a lot better and have like have a better tone quality. When a vocalist has a classical background, you can usually immediately spot it when they sing in other genres because of how full and how wide and how loud they sound. Whoa. Wow. Okay, I'll stop it. Stop it there. I didn't want to pause. But like that part that he did in the beginning, it's kind of like Arabic sounding, or like it might be another type of music because I'm not like super knowledgeable when it comes to world music in general. Like I know a little bit, but I can't really tell like okay, this type of singing comes from there. But that's a totally different type of singing technique, and that's like really interesting. That's like a whole other world right there, and he just nailed it really well. I don't know what to say. I'm sort of trying to process what's happening here. Okay, yeah, that's good. always do that. I always cut the video like right at the at the end, and I just got the few remaining notes. I don't even know where to start with this. I think that I've said a lot of things during the video actually, and that pretty much sums up all of my thoughts about this. I'm still trying to process what just what just happened here. I'm really glad that I got to listen to this performance from him because it's really, really different from what I heard in SOS Un Trien en détresse, which was the other song I reacted to at this point. The reason for that is I thought that SOS was really good, really nicely performed, and really showed that he's a virtuoso at his instrument, but I did think that it went just a little bit over for my taste. It's absolutely a matter of taste in this case, that for me it's just when it becomes so virtuoso, it kind of loses a bit of the emotional meaning of the piece, and it kind of removes something out of the performance because it's not about making the thing as complicated and difficult as you can, but it's about expressing and communicating what the song is actually about. And while I don't understand the lyrics in this, I feel like the progression and the amount of stuff that he put in it is within a range that I feel still kind of expresses something, basically, instead of just being like high notes for the sake of high notes. I thought that like it blended a little bit better together, actually. I really like the beginning of the piece, actually. Like the ending is really impressive and really cool, but I think he did something really interesting in the beginning with playing so much with his tone. And I would say that's probably also towards the end the thing that I appreciate the most, because he goes from using like very round tone to like switching it to very kind of forward tone. And I don't know if you hear what I mean, but he's really playing with tone and how the vowels are sounding, and that is something that I really like and appreciate from him, is that it sounds a bit inconsistent in a way, but to me it sounds like it's something really purposeful that he's doing. I think that sums out pretty much all of my thoughts about this performance. I'm super excited about reacting to another one of his songs, and I would really appreciate if you guys would let me know in the comments what song from him I should be reacting to next. I would actually really appreciate if you guys would let me know in the comments which song from him I should be reacting to next. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up so that I know I should keep making more videos like this one. Also, subscribe to this channel and ring the bell so you don't miss my next releases. By the way, if you're interested, I also have one of my original songs that I give away for free, and if you want to go and download it, I will leave a link in the cards right there and in the description box down below. It's in a fantasy metal style, so if that's your kind of thing, you will definitely enjoy it. Also, if you want to grab one of those t-shirts, I just released my store, and I will put the link in the description box down below so you can get it. If you want to watch more videos from me, I will be putting a playlist right there with all of my reactions, and I will also put a playlist with all of my covers right here so you can go and check them out. Take good care of yourselves, and I see you in the next one.